If you're one of those DJs that goes out night after night and just kills it every time, are you doing something different every night, or are you doing pretty much the same performance every night and it's working out for you? Now, I'm not asking this question for you to convince me of anything or anybody reading your comment of anything. This is more of a self analysis kind of thing, and there's no wrong answer here. Some of us kind of have a formula that we work with at things like a wedding reception, and we may make little changes here and there at every event. But for the most part, it's kind of that same formula that we've honed over time. Comedians do this with their sets. They come out kind of rough with new material sometimes. And over time, they fine tune it. We do that as DJs, where maybe there's a couple of songs that we want to work into our sets because they're popular or because we think they might work or whatever. Maybe the first time or two you play them, they don't work out so well, but then you figure out where to put them in a set and how to set up the song. That's something that I do a lot. There are a lot of songs that go over very well at the events that I play at, but I can't just necessarily throw it on just wherever. I have to set the song up with other songs, then I can play it. Does that make sense? Sometimes I'll do weddings where I start all of them off kind of the same way for the first half an hour or so, and then I take them in other directions. My initial every wedding set that I do is kind of like feeler gauges to see where people are and what they'll respond well to. And according to how they respond to that first half hour, kind of determines where I go for the rest of the night. Now, there are other times where I think we can get into ruts. And we are doing the same performance every single night. And yeah, the audience likes it. But then we kind of become a one-trick pony after a while. Sometimes it's important to change things up a little bit to keep it fresh. So if we're faced with a completely different audience, we can actually play to them as well. Once you realize what you're doing, you can then make changes if you feel like you need to or want to. If what you're doing is working fine and you're cool with that, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're thinking to yourself, I think I am doing the same thing every night, maybe I should try something different once in a while. And I know it's scary, especially when people are paying us large amounts of money to do their events, like weddings and things. You don't want to completely just screw it up by trying something new that isn't a proven formula. I think with a lot of us, it might just be a song or two or a set or two that might be different within a set that you're playing at an event. Maybe you have found this great formula that works at all the weddings that you do, but there's like maybe some new songs you want to work in there somewhere. You're not sure how to work them in. And maybe you played them once and it didn't work and that made you gun shy, so you never played it again. Have you ever considered that it might just be that audience that didn't like it? Maybe the next audience will. And if they don't, maybe the audience after that will. I just don't want to get gun shy when it comes to this kind of stuff. I don't want to just play a song one time and make that decision that it's bad and I don't want to play it anymore. Maybe it's the setup. Maybe I didn't set the song up right. Maybe I didn't play the right songs before I played that song. Or maybe it was just for the wrong audience. Maybe the next audience will be the right audience. I don't know, just a question I thought I'd ask of you today. Not to answer again, but to just think about. That's it. I'll see you soon. I've got more questions like this, so stay tuned. Practice and enjoy.